And so we move on to modern day, and here is a watch which I made some 20 years ago now. I've always hung on to it because it's an example of the very earliest watches which I made. You can see the dial is somewhat different to the earlier dials. The reason for that is that this is a high precision chronometer with a tourbillon, which we will see, and it's not necessary for such a watch to indicate the hours, although it would be rather foolish if one didn't know the hour and couldn't find it on one's watch. So we have this token hour sector, which really is demonstrating that it's a precision dial and doesn't need large increments like hours to be measured. Case is engine turned with this fine finish over the surface, which is very useful because it doesn't show fingerprints. The pendant of the watch is specially designed for the very first watch I made, and I've never used any other pendant since, just as the hands are exactly the same as the first watch I made, and I've never changed the design since. The movement is very simple. Most of the mechanism is to be found under the dial. Here we have the tourbillon carriage. You can see this three-armed carriage rotating. Now you can see the escapement rotating. The three-armed cage rotates, and the whole of the escapement, including the balance and the hairspring and escape wheel and deton, are all rotating on that carriage, and that averages out any positional errors. The escapement for this is an Arnold or Earnshaw chronometer escapement, and is in fact a tick escapement and not a tick-tock escapement. So while it's excellent for very high-grade watches, it's not entirely satisfactory for civil use, which would work better with a tic-tac escapement.